Channel. I am Muskan, your go-to guide for your exam. So, without wasting your time, let's start. If you are ready to learn, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Okay, so let's start. First of all, I will tell you one thing. There are 100 questions in which you have to attempt only 60 questions. Okay, so let's start. Meaning of service is defined under सेक्शन 202. एक्चुअली ये मैंने पहले पेपर दिया हुआ है, दैट्स वाई ऑल मार्क्स हियर. द टर्म सर्विस डज नॉट इंक्लूड गुड्स. Article of the Constitution empower the President or to constitute GST Council. 279 article. GST Council was constituted on 12 September 2016. Okay, next. Who is the member of GST Council? All of the above. Who is the chairperson of GST Council? Union Finance Minister. Quorum of GST Council is of the number of members 1/3. Decision of GST Council will be based on 2/3 majority of vote cast. Who owes the below even is not registered is required to maintain records. Owner of warehouses, owner or godown, owner of any place used for storage of goods, all of the above. Audit of any registered person may be undertaken by commissioner, any office authorized by commission. Option A and B. A credit note is issued by registered person for both. Okay. Best judgment is carried out under section 32. Where a movement of goods is of more than 50,000 in value, the e-way must accompany the goods. Power of levy of tax comes from Constitution. The Constitution Amendment Act for implementation of GST was 101st. As a result of constitutional amendment for GST, a separate article, 246 article, has been inserted in the Constitution. Which of the following was the main drawback in tax system before GST design? Cascading effect of taxes. When GST implemented in India 1st July 2017, how many central states are subsumed in GST? 6. The incident of tax on tax is called tax cascading. How many state tax are submerged in GST? 8. Which of the following is pre-GST tax? VAT. Goods and service tax is applicable all over India except Jammu and Kashmir. Why this is answer? Because Jammu Kashmir has separate constitution. Not separate, but it has separate powers. Which was the first country to adopt GST? France. In GST is based on dual model. GST adopted in Canada. GST is a destination based tax. Concept-based है, destination based. Under GST, the final tax is borne by the end consumer. Which of the following is our feature of GST? All of the above. Goods and service tax is a वो जो टैक्स होता है वो इनमें से नहीं होता. Okay. Which is the commodity kept outside the purview of GST? Petroleum products. Meaning of goods is defined under section 252. The term goods means movable property but does not include growing crops because वो move नहीं कर सकती ना. The term goods include growing crops because वहीं से तो हमें money generate होता है. That's why. Vote of central government in GST Council shall have 1/3 weightage. Function of GST Council include recommendation to central and state government on tax rate. What is the full form of GST? I है, ठीक है. All goods and services tax identification number. GST is a unique 15-digit number. What is the full form of GSTN? Goods and Service Tax Network. What is the full form of HCN? Harmonized System of Nomenclature. Okay, ये है वो मैं. What are the tax levied on the interstate supply? IGST. Interstate supply is subject to IGST. Full form of IGST is Integrated Goods and Service Tax. Which was the first state in India to pass the GST bill? Assam. The idea of nationwide GST in India was first proposed by which of the following? Kelkar Task Force. Zero rate supply include export of goods and services, supply of goods and services to sales developer unit, yani A and B both. Taxable event under GST is goods and services. Under GST supply includes all of the above. यहाँ पे भी supply है, यहाँ पे भी. That's why supply include importations activities. importation होता है तो exportation भी तो होता है, तो वो तो ये चीज़ इधर लिखी नहीं हुई है. और इसके अलावा भी हमारी कुछ और एक्टिविटीज़ थी वो जो इंक्लूड नहीं हुई है, तो दैट्स वाई यहाँ पे नॉन ऑफ द अबव आएगा. इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट रिगार्डिंग दिस देन यू कैन चेंज योर आंसर. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. के deemed supply are activities specified in Schedule 6. Negative list under GST is specified in Schedule 3rd. Okay. A supply consisting of two or more goods or services or both which are naturally bundled, or one being principal supply, is called composite supply. A supply consisting of two or more goods or services or which are not naturally bundled is called composite supply. Okay. Supplying goods that are provided or agreed to be provided continuously or on a recurring basis is called continuous supply. Supply of goods or services or both which is leviable to tax under GST called taxable supply. The rate of tax under GST in India shall not exceed 28%. Presently, the maximum rate levied under GST is in India 28%. Okay. Which of the following is not the tax rate under the GST for goods in India? 5% होता है, 12% होता है, 18% होता है, 28% होता है, 24 नहीं होता है. In case of composite supply, tax liability will be computed on the basis of tax rate on principal supply. In which case of mixed supply, tax liability will be computed on the basis of tax rate on principal supply. Which of the CGST act is related to with the time of supply of goods? ये actually मुझे नहीं आता, so that's why I leave it, because we have to attend only 60 questions from 100 questions. So reverse charge means the liability to pay tax by dash, यानी receipt of supply of goods and services. Which of section of CGST act is related to with composition scheme? Section 10. Which is the threshold limit of turnover in the preceding financial year under composition scheme for supply and goods? 75 lakh in case of 8 special category state, 1.5 crore for any other state duty. Okay. The charging section of tax in CGST acted as section 9. What does the condition for supply includes? All of the above. What is the time of supply of goods under forward charge? First date of issue of invoice, last date of issue of tax invoice under section 31. What is the time of supply of goods under reverse charge? Earlier A, B or C. Okay. Time of supply of goods under forward charge when the invoice is issued within the time specified under section 31. Actually, I leave this question. So, if you know answer, then you can carry on with it. Time of supply of services under forward charge when the invoice is not issued within the time specified under section 31. I leave it this too. So, if you have query regarding it, then you can ask to your teacher. Time, place of supply of services made to a registered person shall be location of registered person. The place of supply of restaurant services shall be the location where services are actually performed. Which section of CGST Act is related with the value of supply? Section 15. Where the supply and the receipt or recipient of the supply are not related and the prices of is the sole consideration for the supply, the value of supply shall be transaction value. Which of the following throws shown in bill not be included in determining the value of GST supply for the purpose of discount GST? In case of supply through an agent, which of the following rule is applicable for valuation? Rule number 29. The person shall be entitled to input tax credit only when all of the above conditions are satisfied. An input tax credit on capital goods and input can be availed in one installment. ITC of CGST shall be utilized towards payment of CGST liability, yani first. The time of supply fix the point when the liability of GST arises. Which of these register ledgers are maintained online? All of the above. Payment made through challan will be credited to which register ledger? Electronic cash ledger. Presently, interest rate on delayed payment of tax is payable at the rate of 18%. All the return under GST are to be filled manually and electronically. Which form is to be furnished for the submission of detail of outward supply? GSTR first. Composition taxpayer is required to fill return in form number GSTR 4. Return to be filled by non-resident taxpayer is GSTR 5. Due date of filling of annual return 31 December of next financial year. FY मतलब financial year. Which of the following are not required to file the annual return? All of the above होगा. GST registration threshold limit in case of goods only of a normal state is 40 lakh. The new taxpayer time limit to apply for the GST registration is within 30 days from the date of become liable for the registration. The cancellation of registration under section 29 may be made by proper officer on his own motion, on application filled by registration person, on application filled by legal heirs in case of death, any of the above. Where supply invoice movement of goods for the service invoice shall be issued before actually I leave this question, I don't know about that. Invoice shall be issued before or after the provision of service but within 30 days from the date of supply. Where advance payment is received, the registered person shall issue receipt voucher. So thank you. I hope my content that has been incredible helpful you all guys. So stay tuned for next video. If you like my session, then please subscribe my channel. Okay.